West, love the 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 West.
What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk, about to give you another episode. Episode 83 of the 2 Cents Positive on Sports, place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking time to watch the show. While you're here, go ahead and click the subscribe button to the channel so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here at the Get With It Sports 2 YouTube channel. Everything good, bruh?
Morning, everybody. Everything.
Man, why you keep saying morning, man?
When I wake up this morning.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, we work nights, so he works before me, so he's getting up. I'm about to lay down. But anyway, so our clock's kind of messed up. It's all good. We're here on a Thursday afternoon, 12:17 on a February 21st. We want to apologize for last week. We wasn't on. We had a good friend of ours passed away last week, like the night before we were supposed to go on. We wasn't feeling coming on, so we back again. Bring it to you, doing what we love to do, talk sports. Bruh, first off, I know we got our show notes here, but last night, and this is the reason why I'm bringing this up. Last night, highly televised game between college basketball game to be precise, between the Duke Blue Devils. They was hosting the North Carolina Tar Heels, one of the best rivalries in college sports. They were saying that the tickets was going, the highest paid ticket was $10,000, $10,000 plus, and you got to get up in the arena. It was $2,500, and at the same time, the Nets and the Cavaliers was playing. You get in there for $2. That's enough said right there. But anyway, game was going on. Everybody was hyped in Cameron Arena. 33 seconds into the game, megastar basketball phenom Zion Williamson went to go drive in the hole. He planted his left foot. He tried to plant his left foot, let's put it like that. And while doing so, he busted out of his Nike sneakers. In doing so, he fell, almost did a split, and he grabbed his right knee. Rolled over, he got up, limped off, went into the locker room, didn't come back in for the rest of the game. The Duke Blue Devils lost to the Tar Heels. I want to say it was 88-72. If I'm mistaken. But come to find out this morning, I don't think he had the MRI yet, but they said it's a mild sprain to his knee. So they're going to figure out what they're going to do come Thursday. With that being said, wait, first of all, before I give you my take on this, any thoughts on this situation? He's damn near 1 or 2 first round pick.
Right.
Overall, 1 or 2 overall. What you think about that?
Well, I know a lot of people, including himself, paused when that happened,
Yes, they did.
From himself, his parents, the school, Nike,
I'm thinking, my man, like, okay, let me add this to you. Like I found out this morning. My thing was, shoot, am I going to sue? Do I have to sue Nike? Man, I ain't supposed to come out your shoe. People say, man, he's 280 pounds. I don't care. I ain't supposed to come out your shoe. LeBron said wear his shoe because it's built for LeBron. He's just a businessman at heart, man.
They're right. It's built for the cutting and all of that.
Yeah, for a big man. But let me throw this out there. He does have an insurance on himself for something like this, but it only kicks in if he falls past 16th overall. No, that ain't gonna work. If he falls 16th overall, and it's only $8 million insurance,
Uh-huh.
yeah, to me that was a waste of time. I don't care if he busted up both his knees. He ain't falling down past 16.
Somebody got insurance on him. He ain't got no damn insurance.
I'll put it like this. I did say he had insurance. So, yeah, he has insurance on him. $8 million insurance on him. I don't know who put it on him, but I'm just putting it out there.
I know now you gotta take that shoe off the shelf. They ain't finna sell that shoe no more.
Shoot, whatever brand, whatever model that is or style, it's done.
That's crazy.
But with that being said, bro, I don't know if you remember last month in January, Scottie Pippen, we talked about this. Scottie Pippen was on the jump with Tracy McGrady. And Scottie Pippen said, let me make sure I see this right. He said Zion Williamson has already proved himself enough at the college level, and that it's in the 18-year-old's best interest to shut it down so he doesn't risk an injury heading into his NBA career. He said that last month.
That's what it's all about right now. And you change the game when you do that. You change it because, like you were just saying before, at the start of this, how much the tickets was going for.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people can, schools gonna lose money, and a lot of people interest is not gonna be committed to that program if people start, okay, well now I done played X amount of games or whatever. I gotta preserve myself for the NBA, because I plan to go into the NBA. Still not guaranteed. I mean, you can. How many of these players we seen go home and trip, and tear their knee up or
allegedly,
right? I mean, anything can happen.
Right.
Anything can happen. So it's been, guys been playing for years, going all the way through the tournament or whatever, and going right into the NBA with no problem. So
You don't condone it?
I don't condone it. No.
Okay, I got you. I love playing devil's advocate. I hear what you're saying, just money, but school ain't okay. School ain't paying me, number one. Number two, I'm only going to the school because I have to. Otherwise, I'll jump straight to the NBA. Number two.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, I'm looking at millions and millions and millions, multi-millions of dollars in the NBA. I hear what you're saying. But you know what? That's true. You get a rookie contract. I don't know if you go past. But my number three, I know what my number three is. And if college football players do it, we know Joey Bosa did it. Christian McCaffrey did it. So on and so forth. And we talked about that situation because the Willis McGahee injury when he was at Miami. So like I said, I love playing devil's advocate on this show. So I hear what you're saying, but sometimes you got to think, if I'm the player, if I wasn't Zion Williamson, if I wasn't 280 and had a 40-some inch vertical, I wouldn't be playing for Duke. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I got to look out for myself. I understand it. I always look at a Duke, North Carolina rivalry, no matter who's the star on either team. And I heard this morning, I don't know who it was, said put an asterisk next to this win for North Carolina because Zion Williamson only played 33 seconds. Man, get the hell up out of here with that, man. Do you still have R.J. Barrett and Cam? Can't remember his name. And Cam on the team.
Still team game.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I know Zion would give you 20-something points and 9 rebounds and all that stuff, but you got to be prepared for situations like this. Coach K is the type of coach that could rally the troops and get past a situation like this. But neither here nor there. I just want to I just had to put out there to see if you thought Scottie Pippen was right. And to a certain extent, I believe so.
Yeah, to a certain extent, he is. He is. I mean, when you look at the big picture, then the big picture is I'm doing this to go to the next level or career, you know. And the school's right. They not paying me. They making millions of dollars off me already.
Right.
School.
Right.
So, you know, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. But you know, it's gonna be a backlash soon. You know, sooner or later.
Right.
You know, it's gonna, you know, come to a head.
You know, and I do agree with you. It's going to happen no matter what. You could be he could be walking to class and something happens. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get what you're saying. But I always like to put out the other side. And with that being said, I think the I ain't gonna say peer pressure, the pressure of the media, the pressure of the fans of basketball wants to see him in March Madness. So I wouldn't knock if Coach K sit him down. It's only, I don't know how many, it's only a couple of games left because we're almost in March right now. Sit him down to the tournament. I'm cool with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you want to win you want to try to win a championship. I don't put it out there like this, people. I watch college basketball. When March Madness comes, I don't think Duke will win the college championship. I'm put out there. They don't have any shooters, perimeter shooters. I'm just gonna put out there to let you know. Anyway, but you're gonna try and win a college championship. So send them. I'll compromise. I'll send them down to March Madness, then bring them back. Get that knee healed up. So,
and they're gonna be watching.
You know they are. All right, man. Let's move on to this news. The news tape. A Colorado sporting goods store that boycotted Nike in response to the brand's Colin Kaepernick ad campaign is shutting down after more than 20 years in business. Stephen Martin, owner of Primetime Sports in Colorado Springs, told Laura Wilson of KOAA News 5 he can no longer afford his monthly lease. Quote, being a sports store without Nike is kind of like being a milk store without milk or a gas station without gas, he said. How do you do it? They have a monopoly on jerseys, close quote. Martin made the decision to pull all Nike products from his store last fall after the company released its Just Do It 30th anniversary campaign. He also canceled an autograph session with Brandon Marshall in 2016 after the Denver Broncos linebacker kneeled during the national anthem in protest of police brutality and social injustice. As much as I hate to quote, as much as I hate to admit this, perhaps there are more Brandon Marshall and Colin Kaepernick supporters out there than I realize, close quote. Martin said he expects his store to stay open for about another month and is helping his staff find other jobs. Quote, that part of the military respect that's in me just cannot be sacrificed or compromised. As I believe Brandon Marshall and Colin Kaepernick both did, he said. I don't like losing a business over it, but I'd rather be able to live with myself. Close quote. I'll put it to you like this, man. As much as I feel about his beliefs, I respect what he did. My man, he believed so much of what he did, he closed his own damn store because he don't want to sell Nike stuff, man. He stuck to his guns. I respect that. As much as I don't agree with what he's saying, and he willing to sacrifice a business, not a job that he's working for, owning a business, a sporting goods business, and because of that, you willing to lose your business? Stupid, but I respect it. He stuck to his guns, man.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, we got to find some other type of way to.
We can protest on the protest another way.
Because at the end of the
how
day,
you not Nike, the number one.
Yeah, you're not gonna. I mean, you don't have Nike money. First of all, to
And
even
you think you hurt.
you ain't
It ain't
hurt.
about hurting nobody. It's
Right.
about his stand. I got that, but
You
like
make-
he said, that's like you. That's like you said. I'll put it even clearer than that. What he said. It's like you selling. Wait, what did he say? It's like being in the milk store without milk. No, that's like being in a milk store without 2%. 2%. But you gotta add 2% milk somewhere up in there. I drink skim milk, but nah, the majority drink 2%. Nah, you can't run that, man.
That's crazy.
He had to know. You taking on Nike, you had to know. You
Right.
couldn't.
It ain't like you, okay, I ain't gonna put no Under Armour in my stuff.
Yeah.
Or Champion or something like that. Not Nike. They got
Right. You could do that with Adidas, Under Armour. What else out there? Reebok. Not Nike.
I'm like,
Nah. But he stuck to his gut. But what'd you think about that? You think do you respect him a little bit?
no.
Okay.
No. I mean he still got his opinion. I got
Yeah.
that only gonna take you so far. But I'm not feeling. He cut off his nose to spite his face.
Yeah. They good.
And that's not no, that's not rational. You know what I mean?
Right. I got you.
I don't.
Hey man, it's you know what? You have the right freedom of speech and do what you want to do, but you gotta deal with the consequences of what you say and what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're willing to deal with it, and you ain't hurt anybody but your pockets. Hey,
That's right.
on power to you. So I just had to put that. That was just I was like, whoo. He had to plan this. He must Nike, babe. We about to retire and close the shop in a couple of months. I'm about to boycott Nike in the store. I'm sure he had a plan.
The employees had to know this. The employees had to be like, "Oh, this shit finna print."
Yeah, okay, you're taking out what?
Right, it's half full.
So, hey, Mr. Martin, more power to you, man. I respect you if anything, just because you stuck to your guns. We're gonna move on though. It's Russell Westbrook, the guard for Oklahoma City Thunder, recorded his 10th, it might be 11 now, but his 10th straight triple-double last Monday, because the All-Star, I got to talk to you about the All-Star break. Anyway, he surpassed Wilt Chamberlain for the longest streak in NBA history. Westbrook finished with 21 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists to break the record in a 120-111 win over the Portland Trail Blazers. Actually, he broke the record. Wilt Chamberlain had 9. Westbrook once again had 2 7 triple-double streaks in 2016-2017 season. Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson followed suit with another 7. So during this 10-game stretch, Westbrook is averaging 19.7 points, 13.2 rebounds, 13.8 assists. The Thunder have won 9 of those contests. Chamberlain's 9-game streak closed out the 1967-68 season as the Hall of Fame center averaged 26.7 points, 23.7 rebounds, and 12.2 assists over that span. Westbrook is averaging a triple-double for a third consecutive season with 21.2 points, 11.1 boards, and 11.2 dimes. First off, congratulations to Russell Westbrook. I'm going to put it out here like this. Let me ask you this question. With him just doing this on a regular, did he like take the shine off of the triple-double? You know what I'm saying? It was phenomenal. Everybody was stuck to the TV 3 years ago when he did with Oscar Robertson. The only one that did it was Oscar Robertson, averaged a triple-double for a season. Then he did it again the following year.
Yeah.
And now he on pace doing it again. It's like, okay, we know you could do it. Let's move on and see what else we could put shine on. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like, and I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking him at all. But it just seemed like he just took the shine off of averaging the triple-double. You know what I'm saying?
You saying he make it look easy?
Yeah, 3 years in a row, bro.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, especially if they winning.
True.
You know, especially if they winning. So they
And I thought this season he wasn't gonna be able to do it because he got Paul George on his team. But it's like I just find other ways to do it. You know what? It's a different way this year than it was the past 2 years. I think he was like 27, 28 points, whatever. Now he's at 21.2 points, which means that he's sharing the ball. His dimes went up, his assist rate a little bit because he's passing it to Paul George. But it's just to me.
Well, you can never take the shine off of it because you got to look at the position that he plays.
Okay.
Look at the position that he plays, and it's always been, that guys can't play with him because he hogs the ball. So last few years, he just proved that that's not true.
Exactly.
So I think that's what it started out to be. I'm proving everybody wrong with that, with that saying or whatever. And it's just he just took it to another level, So yeah, I mean, he's playing what? He's a two guard with the ball. He plays point guard. He's a two guard with the ball, and like you said, he 11 boards, 11 assists a game. So can't take that away from him.
Right. You know what? And I agree with you. He made a statement a week ago saying that he was blessed with the talent of not giving an F what people think, which I totally agree. And he got to have that mentality because, like you said, when KD left, they figured that KD left because of Westbrook, and probably so. There's a certain people you can't gel with, and not saying they didn't gel, but you could tell there was like, I don't know if it was the media or something.
They definitely played a part in it,
right? And I ain't saying that's the reason why KD left, but that's what the media and the fans said. That's the reason why KD left. But now he's showing you with Paul George, I got another MVP caliber player next to me, and we gelling. You know what I'm saying? Because of Westbrook, Paul George signed the extension to stay in OKC when he was talking about going to Los Angeles. So there's something to that. You know what I'm saying? Victor Oladipo said when he was on that team, he taught him how to play hard and play all out. You know what I'm saying? So Victor Oladipo, that now he's injured, but plays for the Indiana Pacers, gave credit to Russell Westbrook. So it's like, you know what? Just because you don't like him or you don't like his style doesn't mean that he's ostracized and can't work with other players and he's trying to hog the ball. He's trying to win.
Right.
Just like right now with on the Houston Rockets with James Harden. When Capella was out and Chris Paul was out, he had to take on, the brunt of it and score 30-plus points. And that's another congratulations to James Harden. I think he had, 31 now? Straight games of 30 points. But like he said, and everybody knows, that's what he had to do until them players come back. Now, I think they're back now. I think Capella playing tonight. Let's see how if he gonna share the ball again with the other teammate, because you like everybody says between Kobe and other players, you can't win a championship playing like that. One player taking all the shots, So I forgot where I was going with this, but anyway, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to win the game. I think that's what Russell Westbrook had to do in order to get their team OKC into the playoffs the last couple of years. Now you got help with Paul George. So long and short of it, man, congratulations to Russell Westbrook for 10-game triple-double streak. And it's going on. I think the league jumping back on tonight after the All-Star break. So one more thing, another thing in basketball that's not on the notes. Anthony Davis. He is. Do I want to say he's more trouble than he deserve? That he's worth. Number one, would you shut him? Would you shut? All right, listen, people out there. I know I'm rambling. Of course, we all know a couple of weeks ago he wanted a trade before the trade deadline. He wanted to be traded, and he's not going to sign an extension. Ooh, I'm going to fast forward. Dale Demps, the former GM of the Pelicans, didn't want to take any calls from the Lakers that tried to get him before the deadline, and he's saying, he forced their hands, which I agree, forced their hands and tell him to wait till July 1st, when Boston is able to jump in on the mix and other things. And Anthony Davis' dad said, my son is not going to be playing for Boston because of the way they treated Isaiah Thomas. They had no loyalty, blah, blah, blah. And then Anthony Davis come out saying that, that was my dad. I'm GM to sign with any teams. He had a list at first, then he just changed and said, I'll play for any team right now. So, we all know it was a ploy to try to get him traded before the trade deadline. Fast forward, now you playing with a team that players probably looking at him like, dude, you don't even want to play with us. We ain't worthy of your playing time. So it could be a wedge in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? It is with young players. Then, right before the All-Star break, he messed up his shoulder. He went up to block Nerlens Noel's shot one time, messed up his shoulder. He went to the locker room. He didn't just go to the locker room. He got dressed and left the stadium before the game was over with. They had a picture. I seen it. They had a picture of him. He had his arm in the sling. His agent, Rich Paul from Clutch Sports, which LeBron James, we'll talk about Clutch Sports. Rich Paul left in front of him, then he was followed behind, left the game before the game was over. And the owner, Gail Benson, was livid. The ownership was livid, man. And then the next day, GM Dale Demps got fired. So it's like, I think he was on the sinking ship anyway. For the simple fact, he did a good job being petty before the trade deadline, but he been a GM for 9 years and only made the team only made the playoffs one season, which was last season, I believe. Yeah. And even though I don't agree with how Anthony Davis did it, but I understand because Dale Demps didn't build a team around him. That's your superstar player. You drafted him. Now you know what kind of player you got. You ain't try to build around him. How long? I think he been there 6 years, if I'm mistaken. 6 years, I think it is. And you didn't build nothing around him. So I understand that part, but then again, you had, as my partner here, Brandon, always said, you had a contract, bruh. We got you to the end of the contract, right? Yeah. Okay, man. So I just want to make sure. But now they got Danny Ferry back on the scene. He is the interim GM. If y'all know, he used to be the GM for the Hawks and the Cavs. I think when he was GM for the Hawks, he had some kind of racial email or something that he said. They got him fired a couple of years ago. But he back in the GM role with the Pelicans. I think we always say people need to have second chances. I hope he cleaned that mess up that he with the racial type situation, clean that up. I think he'll be a good GM for the Pelicans. I think they're gonna keep him long term if when he does a good job. So I just had to put that out there with Anthony Davis. You got anything to say about that, man?
No, that part I hadn't heard about because I didn't even watch the game.
Okay.
Game, so I think it said.
Yeah, you hurt, but then 5 days later you playing the game.
So I mean,
okay, that's what I had to tell you. Now you know the NBA said they claimed they didn't say it, but it came out that the NBA said if you don't play Anthony Davis, we're gonna fine you $100,000 each game he don't play. Right. To me, just like we see Zion Williamson, and like he just hurt his shoulder, which devalue his worth. Sheet. How many games we got left? 20-something? So that's what? 220,000 we lose? No. How much is that? 22 games times 100,000. See, you're going to have me see. I had to
100,000, yeah. 220.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Let me double check. But my whole point is, I'll take that. I'll take that loss. You know, let me check it real quick. No, 2,200,000. I'll pay that. You gonna sit your ass down on this bench, and we gonna pay that 2,200,000. Yeah, I'll pay that, man. We messing with no. What you think? Would you set them for the remainder of the season?
No.
Oh,
No.
Why?
Well, because all them people in the seats bought them season tickets. They done pay money to see this cat. So no, maybe not the home. I don't know. No, I wouldn't say them. No, I may not play him. I wouldn't play him as much. I may give him 15, 20 minutes a game. He's going to play.
Well, you know, they tried to play him when it came out. They tried to play him first 3 quarters and have him sit the 4.
Right.
I think the following game he only played 10 minutes. Not even that much. I think it was single-digit minutes. Man, bro. Stop playing. No, I'm gonna tell the fans. I hear what you're saying. Fans probably don't even like him now because he want to leave. I'll tell the fans, like, listen, fans. You know, I understand. We appreciate you buying these tickets, but under these short circumstances that just popped up, this man gonna be sitting at the end of the bench. I'm gonna write that $2,200,000 check to the NBA. Like, here you go. Don't call us anymore about the situation. Watch him sit at the end of the bench in his civilian clothes, man. Nah, bro. Nah, man.
That's the decision. And, you know, maybe because, you know, tickets are pre-sold, maybe they can go on and say that, you know, because they already sold these tickets or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look at it like that too. But, man, I am pissed if it's just, man, I'm just looking at it from that I know you looking at it from the owner's point of view, and I can look at it that way too. And when I look at it that way, I agree with you totally. Mm-hmm. But for a fan, you know, you looking at it as you take your family to these games, you easily spending a few $100s at these games. Right. You know, that's not even counting, you know, the tickets, you know, you pay for parking, you know, don't eat there. Don't get nothing to eat. Okay. You know, so
$20 for a pretzel or something like that. Yeah.
A pretzel, you know, a pretzel and a drink, you easily have $20.
Exactly.
You know, so,
right.
I mean, it's crazy. You know, but that's why they able, like you just said, he able to eat the $2-point-some million because all the money they spending on this other bullshit. You know.
Right.
So the money is there, but it's ridiculous what's happening to sports.
Right.
With all this money, and it's our fault too as fans. You know, it's our fault because if we ain't buying the tickets, they ain't got the money.
Exactly. Totally agree, man. All right, man. We done with the NBA talk. Let's go and jump in the NFL. Antonio Brown, wide receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers, officially requested a trade last week Tuesday. Report surfaced soon as Brown tweeted a video with a caption that thanked Steeler Nation and stated it's time to move on. Tensions between the former All-Pro wideout and the Steelers have been high in recent weeks. Brown was benched for Pittsburgh's final game of the regular season after skipping a walkthrough and not communicating with staff regarding a knee injury. He didn't dress for the contest and reportedly left at halftime before skipping the team's exit interviews the next day. The Steelers said they'll consider trade offers for Brown, but won't release him. The 30-year-old receiver is owed a $2.5 million roster bonus on March 17th. If he's traded before that time, Pittsburgh will absorb a dead cap hit of $21.12 million versus the $23.26 if he's dealt afterwards. Meanwhile, Brown is signed for 3 more seasons. He's set to earn $12.62 million in 2019, $11.3 million in 2020, and $12.5 million in 2021. He met with the owners a couple of days ago with the owner, Art Rooney II, and they come to conclusion it's time for him to go. So, how you feel about this? Now I know how you are about contracts. He had what, 3 years left on this contract?
Yeah. Yeah.
What you think about it, bro?
We'll make his ass play.
You still go. You know what? There's some people that think like that, and I'm just gonna put it like this: why you going? He's already showing his ass right now.
I know that, but I'm as an owner, I'm losing either way. Even if I trade him, I'm still taking that hit.
Right.
If I keep him, I'm taking a hit. Yeah, he disgruntled,
Mm-hmm.
but fuck it. You gonna get out there and you gonna play.
But okay, Brandon. I hear what you're saying, and at times I do agree. But we talking about a wide receiver who basically can't stand his quarterback. You can't have that kind of no, dude. I'll put it to you like this: he's showing his ass on the sideline in little bits last season. Let Big Ben throw to Juju Smith-Schuster more than enough. And not throwing it to the other side of Antonio Brown, you gonna see him just go the F off, bro. You gotta let him go. It'd be different if it was like a coach or a coordinator or whatever. You can work it out. It's the quarterback. And the way Antonio Brown got issues off the field. He threw a couch out the window, almost hit a kid. I think he choked out his girlfriend. Not choked out. He choked his girlfriend. Dude, he just a loose cannon, man. I don't want him on this team. I'd rather get rid of him before I get rid of Le'Veon Bell. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, we gotta let this fool go. He's acting up. I'm sure he met with the owner, our Rooney II, and our Rooney like went to GM like, man, get the first plane out of here. Get him out of here. I don't care what we get in return. Get him out of here. And he is a top 3 wide receiver. Yeah. But he's more. I thought OBJ was a diva. This fool right here. And I like Antonio Brown, but man, if I'm Pittsburgh, he got to go somewhere.
Yeah, if you look at it, like that, because he can't fuck up the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the big picture. He can fuck up the locker room. So, and then you're looking at way more than $21 million then. So shit, who want that problem? Shit, he's a problem. Who want that problem?
Exactly.
No, I don't know what the hell going on with these wide receivers now, man. That's just
they just showed, man. We passed the day of I'm trying Michael Irvin and Steve Smith. These fools, they all in their feelings, man.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So they finna fuck this organization up. Pittsburgh, Le'Veon Bell, I know they've been talking.
Let me ask you this: where do you see? Okay, where would be a good fit for him? I heard San Francisco 49ers, and I really don't have a problem with that. Is there any place else? I think I got another place where he could go. Do you have any places you think he could?
He could go and shine.
Yeah.
New England.
Oh, I forgot who I was talking to. My fault, man.
Yeah.
Who I was talking to.
New England. I can see him going to the enemy and spite alone, but they would never trade him to New England.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I forgot who I'm talking about. I think they said, I think I've heard them say that they will not trade him to an AFC East team and the Patriots. They did say that. Now that I'm thinking about it. So, he ain't going to the Patriots. Now, I'll put it like this. I do see him with the San Francisco 49ers. That's a good fit. Because to me, you got to go well, Pittsburgh could send him to, what's the worst team in the NFL?
Right now?
Tampa Bay. And they ain't the worst team. But they could send him wherever they want. It's a trade. It's not a free agency. You know what I'm saying? I can send you wherever the hell I want to send you.
Exactly, right.
But I can see him in San Francisco. He has to go somewhere where they got a quality quarterback. Number
Right.
one. Number two, he got to go somewhere where they got some money to soak up these 3 years left on the contract, unless they make him rework the contract. My next ideal place, and this is another place I think Le'Veon Bell need to go to. You ready for this? Indianapolis Colts. That's a good fit for. That's a good fit for both of them, man. You got Andrew Luck. You got a nice little team chemistry. I think Frank Reich is an offensive-minded. Well, hell, he is a quarterback, offensive-minded coach, former quarterback rather. That would be a good fit for both Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. They got cap space.
That's interesting.
I'm just putting it out there, man. You know. All right, man. Kaepernick, Colin Kaepernick, and Eric Reid have resolved their collusion grievances with the NFL and will not continue to pursue their lawsuits. The settlement was announced in a joint statement Joint statements. Let me read that again. The settlements were announced in a joint statement, though terms weren't revealed due to confidentiality agreement. For the past several months, counsel for Mr. Kaepernick and Mr. Reid have engaged in an ongoing dialogue with representatives of the NFL. As a result of those discussions, the parties have decided to resolve the pending grievances. The resolution of this matter is subject to a confidentiality agreement, so there will be no further comment by any party, which was, I think, ideal. I'll tell you in a minute. Kaepernick and Reid were at the forefront of protests by some NFL players against racial inequality and police brutality. The protests began in 2016 when they both began kneeling during the national anthem. Kaepernick hasn't been signed since opting out of his contract with the San Francisco 49ers following the season and accused NFL owners of conspiring to keep him out of the league due to his demonstrations. Reid, on the other hand, struggled to generate interest as a free agent in 2018 after his contract with the 49ers expired and held the same grievance as Kaepernick. He wound up signing a one-year deal with the Carolina Panthers in Week 4 and inked a 3-year, $22 million extension with the Panthers on February 11th. The NFL Players Association addressed the settlements in a statement, noting its desire for Kaepernick to receive an opportunity to resume his career in the league. Quote, "Today we were informed by the NFL of the settlement of Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reid collusion cases. We are not privy to the details of the settlement, but support the decision by the players and their counsel. We continuously supported Colin and Eric from the start of their protests, participated with their lawyers throughout the legal proceedings, and were prepared to participate in the upcoming trial in pursuit of both truth and justice for what we believe the NFL and the clubs did to them. We are glad that Eric has earned a job and a new contract. We continue to hope that Colin gets his opportunity as well." Excuse me. Now, it's a confidentiality agreement put up in there, which I'm cool with because we don't need to know everything because that's going to be a whole nother situation.
Yes.
Media and the fans going to be talking about. Now, people act like they knew what the settlement was. I think I heard $50 million. I don't know for both. I know Colin Kaepernick getting 50. I don't know if Eric getting 50 because he got a contract. I don't know how that goes. Well, if it's a lawsuit, you get both of them get 50 million. If it's 50 million, but that's the number I'm hearing. Number one, do you need to know what's in that contract? People are tripping, saying I heard Stephen A. Smith saying that he needed to know, not the money amount. He didn't know whether it's like, okay, we won't pay you $50 million to shut up. We're paying you $50 million and you can't come back in the league. You know what I'm saying? It's like, everyone want to know the details.
I get it. And because, everybody feel like they have went with him on this journey or whatever. So
Right.
now we being locked out of, what was the final play?
What was the end game?
Yeah, was the end game. Okay, now we went this far with you, we knelt with you or whatever. You got taken care of, but okay, now at least we can know what happened. How was it worth? What we did. So that's how people looking at it, and I understand that. But looking at it from their side of it, hey, if you want this money, well, you can't say shit about it. And that's kind of how it started in the beginning. When the league, tried to pay them, get them this. What was it they offered? They gave them. That's why Eric Reed got pissed off about it. The league offered them something.
The 81, $89 million.
Right.
For people causes.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
that's when Eric Reed jumped on Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of like that almost, it's like, okay, well now they're leading to get y'all something, privately or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? What do y'all have to do or y'all can't do? What are they saying? Y'all can't play in the league no more if you take this, or you can't mention it no more. You can't do talk shows about it no more. You can't do interviews. What's going on? So that's why people looking at it like, hey, the guy when we start the show, he lost his business behind this. He's losing his business behind it. So everybody got some type of stake in it, that went along on this ride, for whatever reason.
Right.
They want to know. So
okay, I get that. Like, again, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this situation. You know how people are like, what need to know? They mad because Colin Kaepernick is not speaking. Everybody's fighting for him, supposedly fighting for him and everything. And then I think I've argued. No, I ain't gonna say I argued. I discussed with Big Q from T-Boy. Shout out Big Q from T-Boy TV. He said, "What the hell is the end game? Why don't he speak and all that stuff?" I got all that. To me, sometimes your silence is powerful. I'm not gonna speak out there to let the enemy know what my moves are. Yes, I understand the public needs. You got, like you said, everybody's behind me and sticking with me and kneeling and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna sit there and show my cards. If I show my cards to you guys, I'm gonna show my cards to the NFL. The NFL is a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar entity, and they got lawyers to know how to play chess with you. I'm not gonna show my cards to my fans and people that's following me. Only my close knit circle I know that's close enough that's advising me of how I should make my moves. Okay, right. So I'm even though the public is on Kaepernick for doing what he's doing, but Kaepernick, okay. If I'll put it to you like this, if we knew Nike was paying Kaepernick, the NFL would have went another way. You kind of get what I'm saying? Yeah. When the 30-year Just Do It campaign came out, and we found out he was getting paid $3 million. I think it was $3 million. I'm estimating by Nike. We're like, oh, this man. We thought he was just like out on his luck, even though he wanted to play in the NFL. We thought he wasn't getting money anywhere, but he is. You know what I'm saying? So I commend Kaepernick for doing what he's doing. Not speak, like I said, not being quiet is a deadly. I ain't gonna say it deadly. Is a good tactic to use in certain cases. And with me not saying that, with him not saying nothing, he's not letting the outside people get in his ear. You know what I'm saying? Giving their comment, like Stephen A. Smith would give a comment. Colin Cowherd would give a comment. People will be talking about it. But if I keep quiet, yeah, you might say, why am I keeping quiet? But you ain't got much to say about me and what I'm thinking about, what moves I'm making.
Right, I got it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I credit that. Yeah, I would like to know the details of this settlement. but we don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? I see both ways. So with that being said,
Right.
if he is able to come back to the league, I heard the Panthers and yo Patriots. I prefer no hate. You know I hate the Patriots, but no hate at this time for the Patriots. I see the Panthers right now because Cam Newton just has shoulder surgery and he might have to sit. I think the owner, Tepper. I can't remember the new owner, Carolina Panthers owner name. He even made a statement that, if Cam needs to sit out a year, he's going to sit out a year. That's where Colin can slide in and get some play. He'll get playing time with the Panthers before he get with the Patriots. We all know that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, okay. So, I think I can see with the Jaguars. No? Well, they got a owner that's I don't know what national Pakistani. I don't know. He's not from this country.
Okay.
So I can see that owner working with him.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Interesting.
all right. Hey, speak before the settlement came out. It came out last week that the AAF, one of the co-founders, the AAF, the Alliance of American Football League, that came out a couple of weeks ago. Co-owner Bill Polian tried to reel in arguably two most famous quarterbacks outside the NFL, Colin Kaepernick and the infamous Tim Tebow. Kaepernick was approached to play in the AAF by the league CEO, Charlie Ebersol, while Polian said he spoke to Tebow personally. Quote, I don't know what transpired, but he obviously not playing. Polian said of Kaepernick to the Athletics' Lindsey Jones. He added that Tebow declined his offer. Kaepernick hasn't played. We just got through saying that. But they offered him a contract, and Kaepernick said $20 million. They usually give a contract out to players 3 years, $225,000. He did, he just shut them up right there. Yeah, I'll play for y'all. Give me $20 million. Shut him down. Tebow, I think he's got his mindset for baseball. So,
I don't know how they still mentioning him in football.
Thank you. Boy, I be fighting people about Tebow all the time. Tebow made your team better, my Denver Broncos. No, he didn't. He just got a great way of boosting up the team. You know what I'm saying? He can't throw worth shit. So don't come. Tim Tebow, man, I think they just wanted him to be a name under the alliance. That's all that was about. Okay. That's what I'm just thinking. Check this out. Speaking of sitting the player down, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback and NFL MVP Patrick Mahomes was playing in a pickup game at the Rec and showing off some sweet ball handling skills before cutting through a few defenders and making a silky smooth move to the hoop. I seen the video. Dude could ball. He's an athlete. He could ball. He was jamming. And yes, he finished the shot. It was a nice little video. Unfortunately, it seems rather unlikely that we'll ever see any more of these basketball highlights because the Chiefs GM Brett Veach have swiftly and effectively shut down Mahomes' basketball career. Do you agree with the shutdown of Mahomes? He told them no more basketball. Dude, okay. Let me give you my 2 cents. I agree with this. Listen, I know whatever you do off the field is your business. But you show me, you know how they used to say if you go to court and they say, I'll make a statement and they say, they object and they want to cancel what I just said out. How you do that? I never understood that. If I said made my statement and you said cancel out the records, the jury already heard what I just said. So you can't actually cancel. Right. So with me, whatever you do off the field is your business until I see it. Once I see it, bruh, no, we can't have that no more, man. No more. So with me telling you no more, with me, if you do it again to get hurt, you ain't getting your money. because this is last season of his rookie deal, right? This is third year
Yeah.
coming up. So I heard he bound to make $200 million when his contract up. You only have to tell me once, hey man, you can't play basketball no more. And I'm thinking, damn, they're about to pay me $200 million. Okay, cool. Whatever you want. What you got to say about this? Do you agree with the team shutting them down for playing basketball?
Yeah, that's a career move. Yeah, you ain't
True.
gonna make no money playing no basketball, no
True.
way. So, yeah, get you a video game, man, and keep it moving. You can't do it.
Right.
Although he could use the excuse, hey, that's part of how I stay in shape, or I don't know, find other ways to stay in shape, I guess. But yeah, they paying these guys so much money, man. They can't take a chance on them no more. Can't take a chance on them getting hurt no more. That's just how it is. That's what it's turned into.
Right.
Take your ass home and go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. That's it.
Right.
Sleep on this bubble wrap mattress.
True that. True that. Right. Matter of fact, call me every night before you go to bed. Make sure you're all right. I got you.
Yeah. So that's where it's going. Sports going to now, man, because they paying these guys way too much money.
Right. All right, man.
Getting hurt. Yep.
Okay. Nick Foles, another quarterback in the NFL, voids a $20 million option. He has to pay back the Philadelphia Eagles $2 million to opt out. With this move, the Eagles are going, well, if they haven't already, they're going to franchise tag Foles and trade him. The deadline is March 5th, 2 weeks. I think so you got what I'm saying. He opted out. You got to pay them back $2 million. Eagles going to tag him and trade him. Where do you once another fit? Where you think gonna be another good fit for Nick Foles? Now let me say this before we move on to the next story, because I'm gonna be pissed on the next story. I thought Nick Foles would be a great pickup for my beloved Denver Broncos. Evidently, Denver Elway did the stupid, and we're gonna get on that next. But they had Broncos out the conversation. List I see: Jacksonville Jaguars, Miami Dolphins. I've heard rumors that Ryan Tannehill is out. He gotta find. They're gonna cut him anyway. Washington Professional Football Team or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, Jacksonville Jaguars, Colin Kaepernick, Nick Foles. They got to find one of them two. I can see Miami. Washington, I don't know. Tampa Bay, I think they stuck on Jameson. So, you agree with what Nick Foles did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to a certain degree.
Yeah, because that's a what's his name? Wentz town. That's Carson Wentz's team right there. So you gotta go find your team. He's a talent to find another team. Okay, so I agree with that. My next question. Go ahead.
Okay, so see, this is my whole thing. This is my whole thing about guys like Nick Foles, whatever. You're still a backup quarterback.
Is he?
He was
a
fucking backup quarterback.
You know what? I will agree with you to a certain extent. He's not a consistent, because he had his chance when he was on Philadelphia before. He went to the Rams. He was. Oh, how did it go? Rams, Philly, out the league, back to Philly.
Right. When it was his team, when he was the man,
right,
he didn't get it done. He didn't get it done. Now he shined as a backup, because you are a backup. Then you got the Philly faithful. They behind him. Oh, we need Nick. Nick did this, he did that. Yeah, and they did good when they made that run through the playoffs or whatever. Because I'm one of the people that thought their season was done. I thought they was dead in the water, when Wentz was out. but he got him through it or whatever. And, you know, again, after this season, you know, Wentz went down again. He was able to win some games. But his resume shows when he's the man, you're not getting that. You don't get the same thing out of him. You know, you don't get that.
Okay.
I can't see paying him starting quarterback money. You know, I couldn't do it. You know.
Okay, well, you basically answered my next question.
Yeah.
Will Nick Foles get Case Keenum money or Kirk Cousins money?
Get Case Keenum money. Shit. I wouldn't gave Kirk Cousins. First of all, let's go back to him. I wouldn't have gave him that money. You know.
Right.
First and foremost. But no, he doesn't. He's not. He's definitely not in that realm of contracts. No. Okay, you've proven your worth as a backup.
Mm-hmm.
You get top backup money. Now you got to go earn your starter money. That's how I look at it.
He's 30 years old, right? 29, 30 years old. He ain't got time for backup money and work your way up for starter money.
Yeah, well.
It matters what team he goes to.
Yeah, totally.
He deserve, I want to say, Case Keenum money, but if he goes to a team where they really need him, then you got to get him Kirk Cousins. Well, okay, we both agree. Kirk Cousins didn't deserve that contract that he got. Got that. But he has that. And with that being said, that what y'all always tell me is the market. Okay, you paid Kirk Cousins this money. I was the MVP of the championship 2 years ago, and I made my team this year make it to the playoffs.
As a backup.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. As a backup.
Okay.
And then you talking about going to a team. The team he goes to gotta have weapons. They gotta have people there. He has to be able to go and make that team better.
You don't think he made Philadelphia better? We had this discussion on the episode a couple of weeks back. He was a good fit for Philly at that time, and I'm not knocking Carson Wentz, but I told you before, Carson Wentz was targeting, what's the tight end's name? He was targeting.
I know you're talking about.
Shucks, what is his name? Well, he was targeting tight end Zach Ertz. He was targeting him too much. While Nick Foles spread the ball out. He was hitting 9 different people during the game. So I can see him. He needs weapons, but I think he could work with what he got. I'm not saying calling him another Tom Brady, but he could work with what he got. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that is.
Yeah, we'll see how it is. That's gonna be interesting.
We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna come out. We'll come back to it. Well, bro, okay. If y'all got kids out there, man, this might go rated R on this next story right here, because I've calmed down a whole lot. But this here, John Elway, I have to question his skills of being in the front office. The Baltimore Ravens have agreed in principle to trade quarterback Joe Flacco to the Denver Broncos. The Ravens will receive a 4th-round pick in return. The trade can't be made official until the beginning of the new league year on March 13th. Flacco, who is 34 years old, is a former Super Bowl MVP. We'll talk about that. But he largely underwhelmed since Baltimore's championship in 2012. Last year, the veteran lost his starting job to a rookie quarterback, Lamar Jackson. I had a quick thoughts on this situation, and I'm reliving it right now. He lost his job to rookie quarterback Lamar Jackson, whom the Ravens committed to building around after drafting him in the first round. In 9 appearances during 2018, Flacco threw for 2,465 yards and 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. The reported trade thrust the future of incumbent Broncos starter Case Keenum into jeopardy. Keenum signed a 2-year deal with the Broncos last season, but struggled throughout his first campaign in Mile High City. Flacco has 3 years remaining on his existing deal and will earn $18 million in base salary in 2019 unless he reworks his contract. He was a first-round pick with the Ravens in 2008. I'm going to go first on this. When I first heard about this thing, I got sick to my stomach. I like me some Joe Flacco. When he first came out of Delaware, I thought he was a good fit. He had an arm. He wasn't accurate worth shit, but he had an arm. And the reason why I said it, I'm going to say it again. He was a Super Bowl MVP. He didn't deserve the Super Bowl MVP. I understand he had a phenomenal season. He threw 20-plus touchdowns to 1 interception. I got all that. But it's because of Anquan Boldin. I'm going to say it once again. Anquan Boldin was his safety net. He threw it in his vicinity, and Anquan Boldin went to go get it. Ever since he got that $120-some million contract, they had to get rid of Anquan Boldin. He wasn't shit since. That just shows you that his accuracy is suspect from the get-go. Now, fast forward to this mess right here. Denver Broncos picked him up. He got to rework that contract. I'm sure John Elway and his agent talks like, dude, we'll pick him up, but we got to rework that contract. We can't be paying him $18.5 million this year, $20-some million next year, and $20-some million the following year. No, we can't do that. So if he come over here, we got to rework it. With that being said, John Elway, we had 2 losing seasons for the Denver Broncos. We cannot have another losing season. And I don't understand how in the hell you a back-to-back Super Bowl winner as a quarterback. You are my top 5 quarterback of all time to me, my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You been to 5 Super Bowls, 1, 2. You are a Hall of Fame quarterback, and you cannot pick a Hall of I don't even give a damn about the Hall. You cannot pick a good quarterback. I ain't looking for elite. You can't pick a good quarterback. We went through Paxton Lynch, Brock Osweiler. Who am I missing? Case Keenum. I'm missing somebody. Trevor. What is his name? Whoever that name is in the middle. Come on, man.
And let's not forget.
What? No.
Man.
He was fathered in. No, he was already on. Are you talking about Tim Tebow?
No, Peyton Manning.
Oh, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was the only good thing. But see,
they won in spite of him.
Peyton, huh?
Right, they won in spite of Peyton Manning.
True, but he broke records on the team. The year we didn't beat, that year we got whooped by Seattle. But the following year we did that. We did the damn thing. But see, that's my mentality. What he thinking? You bought a worn out tread tire and Peyton Manning and won something. So you figure you're gonna go back to that well again and get another man? Don't give me that, dude. I'm trying not to get mad on him. Yeah. I'm gonna give Flacco a chance because I think he still got he 34. We could have got Nick Foles. We could have got Calvin. That's what. Shout out to Diego. He brought that up. He brought all these names, Paxton Lynch. He brought all these names up, and he said, and I remember, Elway tried to shortchange Colin Kaepernick when he was a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to try to shortchange him, but you're going to pay this man all this money. Man, don't get me started. All right, you got any thoughts about this, man, before I move on? Because I'm getting sick to my stomach talking about this.
No, I want to see what happened.
I'm sure you're gonna be. I'm sure you're gonna be. I don't even want to talk about this with you when it comes up. But anyway, Simeon, that's his name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. I'm done talking about that. Let's move on. All right. Quarterback. Kyler Murray gave up his baseball contract with the Oakland A's to go into the NFL draft. He said, quote, I was raised to play QB. And I very much look forward to dedicating 100% of myself to being the best QB possible and winning NFL championships. I have started an extensive training program to further prepare myself for upcoming NFL workouts and interviews. I eagerly await the opportunity to continue to prove to the NFL decision makers that I am the franchise quarterback in this draft. So I got it down here somewhere where they go, where he has to pay back. Okay. He got to return $1.3 million of a $1.5 million signing bonus to the Oakland A's that he received last year. He forfeits remaining $3.2 million of bonus money. With that being said, if choosing football, if he's a first-round pick, he could get a $32.7 million guaranteed money. A 10th pick, he gets $17.6 million guaranteed. 20th pick, $11.8 million guaranteed. 30th pick, could be $8.7 million guaranteed. They got him 13th going to Miami Dolphins. Do you think that was a good decision?
13th going to the Miami Dolphins. You know, they keep saying I've yet to see him play. They keep saying how little this guy is, and
yeah, he's
got a big arm, but
he's 5'10". He's a small 5'10". I think he's 5'8" myself personally.
5'8". 5'8". He's gonna be throwing over guys at 6'7", 6'5".
But look at Drew Brees, Russell Wilson.
I didn't say it couldn't be done. I didn't, because they doing it.
Right.
They doing it. And, you know, I guess he decided he's going to do it too. You know? So I think there was – I mean, maybe he has more confidence in his football talent than his baseball talent. Right. You know? But I don't know. Oakland don't seem to think so because they paid him. You know, they gave him
money. They still trying to pursue him, they were saying.
Yeah. So, but hey, it's good. It's great to have choices.
Right.
It's great to have choices.
I'm all for him going football. At first, I was questioning that until I finally seen the money, and they were saying that if he went baseball, he could be in the minor leagues for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Whereas if he could be straight on the field. He'll be a backup, but you never know who'll get hurt or whatever, who will mess up, and he'll be on the field. With the Miami Dolphins, he might be on the field soon as, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good deal. It's more money. He's a quarterback. If he was another position player, I would say about the injuries and stuff like that, but he's a quarterback. So I don't think he'll get touched. He shouldn't get touched that much, you know what I'm saying? So right. I agree with him I agree with the selection. Yes, he's short. But he was doing the damn thing in college. I know college and NFL are two different things, but he was more known for his football play more so than his baseball play. You know what I'm saying? So right. I'm cool with all that. And I was going to bring up something. I said a name, and I said, ooh, I was going to bring up something. Oh, my gosh. We're going to move on, but it was in my head. What was it? Oh, let me ask you this real quick before we get this last thing in baseball, my childhood situation, NFL. Hard Knocks. They're trying to figure out what's the next team they're going to pull up. Now, I forgot who was last season. I think it was Cleveland last season.
Cleveland.
Okay. Now, I've seen that this will be the 14th season. 3 things that will eliminate your team from the list. 1, cannot have a first-year head coach. 2, a playoff berth in the past 2 seasons. And 3, appeared on Hard Knocks in the past 10 years. With that being said, I looked at the list. You got 5 teams.
Mm-hmm.
New York Giants, Oakland Raiders, San Francisco 49ers, Washington Professional Football Team, and the Detroit Lions. Which one do you think will be on there? San Francisco? I want to see San Francisco.
They're going San Francisco.
Raiders will be next year when they finally find their home in Las Vegas. Whereas this year, I think it would be the 49ers. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's move on. Let's close the show with this contract that just jumped off yesterday. San Diego Padres, this is baseball, people. I forgot to tell you that. The San Diego Padres reportedly made sports history Tuesday by agreeing to a 10-year deal worth $300 million with free agent infielder Manny Machado. The reported deal, which includes an opt-out clause after the 5th year, would be the biggest free agent contract in the history of American sports. The language of the deal hasn't been finalized, and Machado still needs to pass a physical. though the two sides have apparently agreed on financial terms. Machado's reported signing comes 1 year after the Padres gave first baseman Eric Hosmer an 8-year, $144 million contract. The organization also inked Will Myers to a $83 million contract extension in January of 2017. It has one of baseball's top farm systems. The 26-year-old Machado hit 297, 367, 538 with 37 home runs and 107 RBIs for the Baltimore Orioles and the Los Angeles Dodgers last season. Over his 7-year career, he appeared in 4 All-Star games, won 2 Gold Gloves, had 175 home runs and 513 RBIs. The reported deal ends nearly 3 months of speculation. The New York Yankees, Chicago White Sox, and Philadelphia Phillies were believed to have varying degrees of interest in Machado. What you think about the contract, man?
Hell no.
Man, I've always told you I don't believe anybody worth $100 million. I know damn sure ain't nobody worth no $300 million. I don't know which is worse, the $300 million or the 10 years. He's 26 years old. Let me throw this. Go ahead.
Like we said, he's not. His numbers are not going to match that contract.
Never.
You know.
Never.
You get worse. You don't get better.
Right. Right. You know.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. I did my research real quick. There's 7 players in history of the MLB that signed 10-year, $100 million plus contracts. Giancarlo Stanton, when he was 20 years old, he signed a $325 million contract. Alex Rodriguez, he signed 2 of them bad fellas when he was 25 years old and 32 years old. Albert Pujols, when he was 32 years old, that's a prime example right there. I love me some Albert Pujols, but he signed that contract, was 32 years old, 10 years, $240 million. I know definitely they ain't get that money. Nowhere near that money. Robinson Cano, 31 years old. He signed a 2-year, $240 million contract. I think he with the Mets now. That was Seattle contract. He moved over to the Mets. Troy Tulowitzki, 10 years, $157 million. Do anybody know who? Okay, anyway, move on. That was when he was with Colorado Rockies. Joey Votto, 28 years old. He signed 1 year, $225 million contract. No. Derek Jeter, 26 years old, 10 years, $189 million contract. That was like, to me, that was for what you've done in the past and what you're doing in the future.
Right.
We paying you for what you did in the past. That was. San Diego Padres this one gets me. San Diego Padres hasn't been in. Last time they had a winning season was in 2010, and they had a 90-win season. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2006. This is your way of trying to make your team better? Paying one man 10 years, $300 million? We talked about this off the air when we was at the job. When you told me you ain't running the first base, you lost $150 million right there. You ain't running out fly balls. You lost $25 million right there. I ain't paying you $300 million, and you already told me you ain't gonna do this, do that.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about no slumps, and I got to make the playoffs. My team, I got $300 million player on my team. We got to make the playoffs.
You know what? As y'all can see, I'm a diehard White Sox fan. I was happy that they was making moves trying to get Machado. Right now, I'm glad we didn't pay one man $300 million. $300 million. $300 million you could pay. What wins baseball games?
Pitching.
Thank you.
Pitching.
You know how many pitches I could get with that money? You paying for a bat, and I want pitching. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see they paid for pitches. I can't remember who it was. They split the game. They saying they gonna try to go after Bryce Harper. Now, with that being said, what kind of money Bryce Harper gonna get? He got it. if Machado got 300 million, you know he's looking for at least 320, 325. Man.
Or he can get the same 300 million with a 7-year deal.
I think about that. Now the opt-out is, let me tell you the opt-out with Machado. He got opt-out in the 5th year. But if he stays, he's stuck there for 10 years unless the team trade him.
All right.
We gonna find I guarantee you he will not be a Padres after 5 years.
Hell no.
But then again, it's a matter what you're looking for. He could be the Carmelo Anthony of the MLB. Carmelo Anthony could have been on any team he wanted to be on to win. He was looking for the money. This is the same situation I see with Manny Machado. You could be on any team. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He is a great player. But you going after the money more so.
Good example.
And that's your choice. If you all about the money, I heard people saying, he trying to. This what gets me, and we're gonna close shop in a minute. When people say, "Well, he got to support his family,"
really,
bruh, we've been supporting our family with the money we make. What's the difference between 250 and 300? Please tell me. I want to know who gonna starve off of $250 million.
Oh, nobody.
Thank you. So don't bring that BS me. I'm all for a player to get his money. It's your decision what you're gonna do with that money and what you're gonna give up. If you're gonna give up winning, cool. If it's all about the money, it's all about the money. But don't be crying while your team ain't winning. That's all I gotta say.
Excuse me. Exactly.
So,
exactly.
All right, bro. I think that's it. I'm talked out. You want to close shop? You got anything else to say before we close shop?
No, you done ran it enough.
Okay. The crew here at Get With It Sports want to thank you for taking the time to watch the 2 Cents Popular Sports Podcast. Once again, while you're here, click the subscribe button so you can alert to all the episodes we have here at the Get With It Sports 2 YouTube channel. You can find us on Twitter, me at Get With It Sports, my partner here, Brandon at LEB412. Read the post on our blog page at GetWithItSports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram /Get With It Sports. Hit us up on the email if you want to contact us at GetWithItSports2@gmail.com. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you said it right.
All right, man. Shout out to the Urban Arena affiliates. If you like what we have here, or your sports talking entertainment here at Get With It Sports. Shout out to the Urban Arena affiliates. I ain't gonna. Big Q, JB, Verdi B at Big at T-Board TV, Diego Barishnikov, Uncle Hate at AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser. Those are homies. Shout out to Urban Arena. Man, we go, okay. Let me slow down and let's get up out here, bro. Once again, this your boy Glass.
Yeah, and I'm Brandon.
The best tactic chat about here in sports talk. As always, be good, be safe, get with it. Peace. I never funked up on that part like that so bad.
So your tongue said, fuck it.
Woo!